everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I've been away for so long. I had a couple of very rough weeks and I'm still not feeling well, so I'm not showing my face on camera. But I wanted to come back to just a small project, and it will be this scarf. It's a really nice one with fringes at the edge from a flannel fabric. And I got the inspiration from a sewing channel here on YouTube. I will link it down below in the description box, her channel. She does several smaller projects, easier projects for making gifts and also using up your scraps if you have them and you don't know what to do with it. So it's a very nice channel, so certainly go check that out. And I'll show you now how you can make this a very nice and warm scarf. So I have here my fabric. It is a woven flannel. If you want to make fringes here on the edges, you must make sure that your fabric is woven, not knitted, because otherwise you cannot make the fringe. But when you just want to finish the ends, then you can use whatever fabric you like. But for the fringes you will need a woven fabric. Mine is 150 long, so 1 meter and 50 centimeters long. That is the width of my fabric, and to my taste that is long enough for a scarf. If you want a longer scarf that you can wrap around a few times, then you can of course just stitch pieces together. You can also use scraps and sew them together, but make sure that where you sew them together you make a French seam or a flat seam, so that you don't see any zigzags or serges or whatever on really folded in pieces, because you want the sides where the pieces are connected nicely finished, because you never know when they are from the outside so showing. So make sure you make a French seam or like a denim jeans seam. That's for sure the nicest. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish the long parts of your fabric, so the top and the bottom, with just a very small rolled hem. You fold that in and then you top stitch that, but leave the ends, the beginning and the ends of your fabric. I want my fringes to be around 5 centimeters, so that will be until here, halfway this darker line. Of course you can make them as long as or as short as you like your fringes to be, and you do that for both sides. So when you finish the edges, make sure you start that amount from the end and from the beginning. So just finish that, leave this part just open. Oh, and what you also need to do is cut off here from the short ends of your fabric your selvage, because you cannot loosen that for your fringes. And sometimes your selvage is rather wide. This one was 2.5 centimeters, so make sure you watch till where your selvage is, because it was all the way to here where it was tied up, and you have to cut it off all the way, because otherwise you cannot take the threads out. Now you're gonna make the fringe just by pulling out some threads here at the beginning, just by using your nail and just tugging on it. I have to put my glasses on. And then you can take them out one by one, or sometimes you can do several together. And I noticed that it helps when you don't, I always used to do it holding it up, but it helps when you just lay it flat on your table and then take them out, and it's way easier. It doesn't crumble up that much, and usually the last part you can just pull out, and then you can very easy take these horizontal threads. Well, now I hold it of course vertical, but those are the horizontal threads in your fabric. And I planned on making my fringes 5 centimeters wide, but I did the other side already, and I now made it 3 centimeters because I think that is way enough for my scarf. My scarf is not that long, and I think this is a nice width for the fringes. So I'm gonna take out 3 centimeters. I sewed my sides a little bit further down so that I have now 3 centimeters left for my fringes. And just take a couple of minutes to take this out. It takes about a quarter of an hour for me at least to take these threads out. And if you cannot unravel them with your fingers, you can use tweezers or a pin or a needle, but it normally goes very easily because this is woven, and it's usually also very lightly woven, so it's not really that difficult. So just take your time, unravel them, and then your scarf is already done.